We are back again to add some color to your grey winter days with an informative and fascinating show of dance, music and street side delights. Welcome to Colors of India, a quick look at the main stories this evening. There is the goodness of music, topped with the excitement of dance, and of course, some street side delights. Music is best enjoyed in the open and in the company of music lovers. Spick McKay's tuneful event in the park was one such evening. MMTC, in collaboration with Spick McKay, held a two-day music festival at Nehru Park with renditions by classical maestros like Dr. L. Subramaniam and Shubha Mudgal.
Our classical music is a Nad Yog. It's a method of connecting with the within. So, I mean, Ustad Amindin Dagar Sahab used to say, when he would end his concert, he would close his eyes and say, "Kripya taali na bajayega, ye ek aradhana hai." So, traditionally, our classical music has been one of a journey to the inside.
The violin virtuoso Dr. L. Subramaniam, accompanied by his son Ambi Subramaniam, presented a breathtaking and flawless rendition of the ragas on his violin. The audience were also treated to a spectacular jugalbandi between the father-son duo, where the musical notes reached their zenith.
Classical music will never die. It has survived. It's almost like Vedas. The thousands of years old of Veda is still being practiced and people are aware of it. Like that, classical music is at a sophisticated intellectual play, especially in Indian, South Indian music. There's a lot of calculation, a lot of microtones, a combination of different things.
The evening concluded with the sonorous voice of Shubha Mudgal, with her fingers slowly touching the strings of the tanpura. She jeweled her music with bold harkat or modulations. Concerts like this are great platforms where some of the greatest artists in our country can perform in front of a live audience. And international festivals are also great learning experiences. The Festival of Russian Culture that was held recently in Delhi paid homage to many different traditions of culture. The evening at Fiki Auditorium began with a performance by the Russian Academic Youth Theatre. This prestigious theatre company enacted selected portions from the works of Russian literary geniuses.
I hope that the Russian culture also very Indian people interested in Russian culture. So we are not on the start, but we are on the way, and we try to reach good relationship and good. We can create together the big project.
Scenes from the works of Chekhov, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy and the likes were all highlighted in a wordless play. The production used minimal props and the stage light designed conveyed the moods and the tones of the play. A single flowing white fabric assumed many different identities and was used to communicate different situations.
The traditional dance that they actually having a lot of songs also, and the kind of instruments they are playing. So it was a good insights into the Russian culture. So the basic aim of coming here was that understanding the culture of the Russia, and I think that thing has already been done.
This theatrical piece was followed by the Banerjee show. Though it is a recently set up company, Banerjee has won many laurels in the past. They are known for their mingling of styles and epochs of Russian folk traditions. They mixed musical and visual arts with choreographies to deliver an unforgettable show with great techniques and creative talent. After that show where Russian literature was decoded, it is now time for us to take a small break. But don't go anywhere because we promise to be back very soon. Coming up is a cultural show that brought down boundaries and some street food. Welcome back. Students of 17 different countries found a great way of celebrating the International Students' Day with a cultural show that brought down boundaries. The ICCR celebrated the 20th International Students' Day with a stage show that brought together 173 foreign students from 17 countries, the Friendship Through Culture Festival. On this occasion, ICCR's founder and the first Education Minister, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad's birth anniversary was also commemorated.
The ICCR is the primary institution in India for cultural exchanges between India and the rest of the world. It projects Indian culture in countries overseas, and it receives the culture of other countries into India.
The choreography was done by Bharatanatyam exponent Jayalakshmi Ishwar, and the opening act of the festival was called Global Unity, which represented the joy of friendship. To the music Antariksha Sanchar, one artist from each country took to stage. This was followed by a performance from Ukraine called Gutsuluka, a folk dance from the mountain areas. Traditionally, it is a pair dance performed in massive numbers, but the dancers here brought out the same level of energy and vibrancy.
All the students come from different countries, they live in a different culture, the language is different, food habits are different, the way we live, everything is different. So to make them feel more homely as one whole world. So give them more encouragement, sort of giving us a hand as a friend, though they come as a student, but to embrace them into one group.
Also on stage was Tajikistan and Belarus. Tajikistan presented Zulfoy Meda Dori, a dance piece describing the beauty of girls and their long braids. As for Belarus, they performed a gypsy dance. The artists wore long, colourful gowns which were held up and twirled, causing the ruffles to flare up.
ICCR organized a very special festival. It's a friendship through culture. It's a very good chance to bring culture from different countries. You see today 70 countries from overseas, and we can enjoy together. I like it very much.
I really like the dances. They were all great, and I really like all the countries in the world.
Now the Indonesians performed the Saman dance, where the performers combined singing with hand, chest and thigh tapping. As the tempo of the music increased, their movements speeded up. A show of this caliber cannot end without a grand finale. So at the end, to the music of Jai Ho, each country was called onto the stage, creating a symbol of unity and friendship. Those exchange students most definitely made some friends for a lifetime. Now, the popularity of Indian music and dance owe much to the gurus and dedicated students who practice and preach the same. On the birth centenary of one of the finest Drupad exponents, Pandit Chandrasekhar Pant, the core committee thus formed in his name gathered to pay their respects to him. Honoring and remembering the maestro, Malika Banerjee, Suresh Gandharva and Arunabh Chatterjee presented an evening of his compositions.
When he was a Drupad singer with a difference. He had learned from Harinarayan Mukherjee. He was a very eminent personality, and these days we hear a lot of alap, and the compositional form is sung only for 5-10 minutes. That was not his way of rendition. He would render the alap and composition 50-50, and his lekari was very, very interesting. He would go step by step. Try Dugun, Tigun, Argun, like that.
Drupad stands as the first and therefore the oldest style of Hindustani classical music. Apart from Drupad, the musicians presented various compositions of Pandit Pant. Malika Banerjee from the Delhi Gharana commenced with Rag Yaman, an evening raga, and incorporated a bandish in it.
He was instrumental in establishing the Department of Music in Delhi University with Professor R.L. Roy. So these were two personalities who established music department. They coined our syllabus and all. So we are very grateful to him for that.
Suresh Gandharva, who specializes in the Khayal style of Hindustani music, presented a chaturang. This rag incorporates 4 distinct forms like the Khayal, Tarana, Sargam and Tirvat. And the rag itself is rather vibrant with a faster tempo.
आज के जनरेशन काफ़ी ध्रुपद से वाकिफ़ है और काफ़ी नए जनरेशन्स के लोग आ रहे हैं, कोशिश कर रहे हैं, सीख रहे हैं। ये काफ़ी अच्छी बात है, काफ़ी अच्छा एक पड़ाव है। मैं कहूँगा कि सब लोग आ रहे हैं, मेरे से कम उम्र के लोग हैं, अच्छा गा रहे हैं, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
Arunabh Chatterjee is a much younger student of music hailing from the Dadar clan, and he began with the Mangala Charan like his tradition. Following it up with Rag Hamir, he presented a bandish. He later ended the evening with a composition of Pandit Pant on Rag Kedar. A tribute to Pandit Pant in the way he would have loved best. It is now time for us to take a small break, but Colours of India will be back soon. Up next is Delhi's most popular chaatwala. Welcome back. On Food Trail this week, I'm tasting some street side delights. I'm at Shah Jahan Road at Pappu Chaat Bhandar, which has been here for many years, and they are famous for their chaat items. The presence of global food wonderlands like the McDonald's or the KFCs have not reduced the popularity of this neighborhood chaatwala. For many, a mouthful of these greasy fried goodies are an absolute must before they can call it a day.
मैं यहाँ पे 1965 से खा रहा हूँ, जब इनके पिताजी की दुकान सामने होती थी, 25 पैसे प्लेट होती थी और आज 50 रुपए प्लेट भी खा रहा हूँ। 25 पैसे की भी लाइकिंग थी, 50 रुपए तक भी नहीं छोड़ पाया हूँ।
There are times when I feel that street food in most parts of Delhi begin and end with the tikki. A mashed potato, dal and spice patty, which is fried in a shallow pool of hot oil. There is of course a reason for this. Street food evolves based on the eating habits of a particular area. I keep aside this prejudice as winter approaches and get in line for my very own plate of tikki. During the winters, I absolutely love to binge on aloo tikkis, and I'm told that the ones that they serve here are the most magnificent. Judging by the crowd and the people here, I don't doubt that. I love the crispy goodness, I love the barely there onion sprinkling, and I also enjoy the chutneys. Neither too spicy nor too sweet. It's just perfect. The creators of these savory snacks move in lightning speed. A papdi here, some chutney there, some kala namak, and before you know it, the chaat item is ready to eat. Prabhu Chaat Bhandar near the UPSC building has been doing roaring business for years. His chaats are a favourite of many urban Delhiites.
From the last 15 years I have coming here. This is India Gate ki chaat. So this is generally I know the history ki the person Prabhuji was from Badayu UP, used to make this chaat. This chaat is very famous of New Delhi and all over Delhi, I think. So it's tasty and everything is available. So this is a very famous because I have heard that Atalji also used to come here, or he has taken this chaat lot of time like that. Lot of VIPs, lot of IAS officers and everything, because it is just behind this UPSC office. So it's very famous.
ये करीब 90 साल पुरानी दुकान है, 85-90 साल पुरानी दुकान है। ये पहले हमारे दादाजी आए थे यहाँ पर काम करने के लिए, उन्होंने काम संभाला, फिर हमारे पिताजी ने संभाला काम को, उन्होंने लोगों ने करा काफ़ी दिन, बहुत दिन काम करा, फिर कुछ सालों से हम लोग कर रहे हैं।
The king of Indian snacks, pani puri or the golgappas are also served here, and anyone who's had it can vouch for how much fun these crunchy snacks really are. But I wanted something a little more filling like the bhalla papdi chaat. It is a very simple chaat. They've just used the papdi, a little bit of dahi, the chutneys and the masala. That's about it. And unlike the chaat that you've tasted elsewhere, here it is not the very strong chaat masala taste that you get, but a very sweet flavor of the dahi and the meeta chutney. It is the chaat masala, diluted black salt with spices, that gives a dish its balance and flavor. And if, after all this, you crave for something sweet, then Prabhu Chaat Bhandar has answers for that also, for they serve the Mughal imported kulfi with a dash of the concentrated fruit syrup and the faluda or sevai, the faluda kulfi. Hot, brown gulab jamuns swimming in saccharine syrups are also available. After those spicy chaat items, I decided to indulge my sweet tooth and order for these gulab jamuns. 2 of them come for 25 rupees. They are sweet but without being ridiculously so. So while I continue on my food trail with this, I'd suggest that we meet next week, same time, same show. Do write to us through our Facebook page. Goodbye, take care.